Coming up next on Arizona Horizon, Congresswoman Yasamin Ansari joins us in studio for the latest on health care and immigration enforcement concerns. Also tonight, a report looks at chronic absenteeism among Arizona school kids. And we'll hear about holiday performances set for the Orpheus Male Chorus of Phoenix. Those stories and more next on Arizona Horizon.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Arizona PBS, members of your public television station.
Good evening and welcome to Arizona Horizon. I'm Ted Simons. Arizona Congresswoman Yasamin Ansari is joining other House Democrats in launching a new tracking system designed to monitor alleged misconduct by immigration officers. For more on that and other issues, we welcome Congresswoman Ansari to Arizona Horizon. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Ted. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanhanks for joining us. Now, the Oversight Committee, Dems, when was this announced? What is this launch? What's this all about?
So, I'm a proud member of the Oversight Committee in Congress. This is the committee that's been at the forefront of the Epstein Files investigation and so much of the work to hold this administration accountable. On Monday, we held a shadow hearing in Los Angeles, specifically on the issue of immigration enforcement and ICE. As you know, across the country, there has been brutal ICE activity, attacks on due process, attacks on immigrant communities, a lot of separation of families, and of course, the issues inside the detention centers themselves. We heard from local elected officials, from a U.S. citizen who was wrongfully detained by ICE, labor leaders who were detained, the lawyer for a individual who was sent to CCOT in El Salvador. As you know, hundreds of asylum seekers were just sent to foreign prisons unlawfully, where they were assaulted and tortured. So we launched a tool, essentially, so that anyone across the country can submit alleged misconduct of ICE. This is not a real-time tracker, but more so a repository so that we can vet and verify these instances across the country, whether it's attacks on due process or otherwise, because ICE and Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Department of Homeland Security, and this administration must and will be held accountable for the egregious abuses and the lawlessness that has taken place. And we want to make sure that people have a safe place to submit issues that they've had.
Where will they submit this information? Who collects the data? And again, the kind of data is, how egregious?
It's going to vary. Again, let's say you are somebody who faced racial profiling by ICE. I've heard from constituents of mine who, again, are citizens, lawful residents, Native Americans in particular have been targeted by ICE. There's many cases that if the color of your skin is brown, you are being targeted by ICE and this administration. So that's one example. If you're assaulted, which we've seen many instances of, again, this is a wide variety. The information will go to the Oversight Democrats. So the website is oversightdemocrats.gov, and then there's a tab there for this tool in particular. Everything will be vetted. We have a big team, even in the minority. Oversight Democrats have a team in Congress that will be looking at this, among other issues.
Yeah, I'm sure the vetting process will have to be important there.
Absolutely, and the reporting.
Go ahead, please.
No, please.
Okay. You've called ICE a rogue agency, no longer capable of reform. Do you think ICE should be abolished?
It's not about jargon, about abolish or not. This is, first of all, let's look at the facts of Elon Musk and Doge taking a sledgehammer to a wide variety of very critical agencies earlier this year, from USAID to the Department of Education to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What I am saying is that ICE in its current form no longer has the trust of the community. When you have an agency that has men in masks, unidentified, breaking laws every single day, nobody trusts that. It doesn't matter what political background you're from, but that trust has been broken. I think in a post-Trump world, we need to make sure that we have legal pathways to immigration, that we have immigration enforcement that is humane, that is just, and does not treat people in the way that they are being treated today, which is horrific.
Statement from the White House, quote, anyone pointing the finger at law enforcement officers instead of the criminals are simply doing the bidding of criminal, illegal aliens. How do you respond to that?
That is just classic scapegoating from the Trump administration. I've been inside ICE detention centers here in Arizona. I've been to Eloy 3 times. The vast majority of people inside detention centers, not just in Arizona, but across the country, have no criminal record whatsoever. The data is out there. The Cato Institute published this data just this week. This administration, of course, we know, refers to anyone who is undocumented as illegal aliens. That's the terminology that they want to use. But to be very clear, they also have been going after immigrants who have been here legally, who have temporary protected status, who are green card holders, who are U.S. citizens. Hundreds of U.S. citizens have been detained by ICE this year. So this is just a racist policy led by Stephen Miller, who has, the mastermind behind all of this, and they break the law every single day in the United States. And that's why Donald Trump is actually underwater on immigration, along with every other issue, when it used to be his most popular issue.
You mentioned the shadow hearing. I saw it was described as a shadow field hearing. Does that mean, I would imagine Republicans would call it a political stunt. It's not an actual hearing on Capitol Hill. Is it a glorified press conference? What is it?
No, it's pretty much exactly as a congressional hearing would be. Field hearings are very common. It just means oftentimes you need to go outside Washington, D.C. to be at the heart of where an issue might be. So when you're in the minority, it's really important because we don't have, the ranking Democrat, Robert Garcia. He's not currently deciding what the topics of hearings are in the Oversight Committee, but this is a mechanism by which we can decide and have hearings on issues of importance. But this was, honestly, it was extremely informative because we heard from so many people who've been impacted by ICE, again, including a U.S. citizen who was wrongfully detained earlier this year in Los Angeles.
With that in mind, if Democrats regain control, any control there in Congress, how would you change things to ensure that, again, people that are concerned about immigration and concerned about some pathway to citizenship, also concerned about making sure the wrong people aren't coming up here and doing bad things? What are your ideas?
I think every American agrees that we need a secure border. That is without question. What is happening right now is egregious daily violations of the U.S. Constitution. I think, practically speaking, we need legal pathways for people like DACA recipients who have grown up in this country, who are American in every way, shape, or form, to actually be able to have a long-term path to citizenship. That's been promised for decades by both Democrats and Republicans, and that promise has been broken. I'm also hearing from everyone from developers who are trying to build housing to farmers in our community, farmers that have historically been Republicans. I represent Levine. I talk to a lot of farmers there. They are struggling right now because they have workers who are scared to come to work. They've had raids happening, not just here, but across the country, that has caused a lot of fear. And this is an economic issue as much as it is a humanitarian issue. In Los Angeles, we went to a lot of small businesses. There were a lot of raids there in the fashion district over the summertime. And the small businesses there said they've lost 50% of their business, and some are thinking about shutting their doors because people are too scared to shop.
There are a couple other things I want to touch on here real quickly. Department of Defense investigating Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. Your thoughts on that?
Another egregious, outlandish effort by this administration to silence its critics and its perceived political enemies. You know as well as I do, Senator Kelly is a hero. What he did was create a video along with other members of Congress, other veterans, to say, your oath is to the Constitution of the United States. Donald Trump wants to try to silence anybody who he does not agree with, who he perceives as an enemy, and it's not going to work.
With that in mind, though, was it necessary to release this video telling people in the armed forces what they already know?
It is essential when you have an authoritarian regime, when you have a president who's operating like a king and operating like a dictator, who is indicting elected officials left and right. I have a colleague, LaMonica McIver in New Jersey. She's facing 17 years in prison for alleged assault of an ICE officer. When any human being can watch this video and see this woman is standing there, this congresswoman is standing there trying to conduct oversight of an ICE facility, and a barrage of ICE agents start swarming her, and she's the one facing indictment. This is happening left and right. And we just heard from judges a couple of days ago dismissing cases against Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, because these cases are absurd. And this is exactly now what Donald Trump is trying to do with Senator Kelly.
I want to ask you about the shutdown here. Last topic. Was the shutdown worth it? Still don't have the extension on the ACA benefits. A vote is supposed to happen. Still don't know if the vote is going to happen. I still don't know what the result of that vote. Was it worth it?
I think the fight for health care is absolutely worth it. I mean, that is what this fight was all about. I hear from my constituents every day. I just met with several today, a couple of veterans who are struggling with the cost of housing, who need our support with Veterans Affairs, from many constituents about their health care premiums doubling and tripling. And the fact that Donald Trump and Republicans have presented no plan whatsoever to improve the healthcare crisis in this country, I think is always a valiant effort. And it's a fight that's actually going to continue because we're going to come up against another deadline here at the end of January. And I think that ultimately the American people, I mean, the data and the polling shows it. The American people do not trust the Republicans on health care right now and are terrified about what the prospects of their health insurance premiums are.
Would you support President Trump? He's floating this idea of a 2-year extension on these ACA benefits. Would you support that?
I need to see a real plan. Nothing. I mean, even Republicans are up in arms right now about the rumors of this Trump plan. He has never presented a real plan on health care. I'm open-minded because I just don't want to see people suffering. I spent most of the shutdown working with our local food banks and with our community health centers who are just absolutely underwater right now. So we need to do anything we can to protect people's health care.
I think the point would be that most people say they don't really care who gets the credit
100%.
for getting this done. Just get it done. Does that resonate with you?
I mean, absolutely. I just want to be very mindful of the fact that Republicans have done nothing on health care, for years now. And so let's see a real plan. And I just also want to, I'm sure there's a discharge petition on the House floor right now that any Republican could sign on to extend the ACA tax subsidies by 3 years. And I don't believe one Republican has signed on so far.
All right. Representative Yasmin Ansari, again, Congressional District 3. Good to have you here. Good to see you again.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. You too as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
From the internationally famous Riverside Park Ballroom here in Phoenix, Arizona, we present one of the nation's great Western swing dance bands, Bob Fyatt and all the Western Playboys.
Well, I ain't got nobody, and nobody, baby, cares for me. Oh, that shark has such pretty teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white.
Chronic absenteeism continues to be an issue in Arizona, and new data shows that certain groups of students seem to be missing more school than previously thought. Education reporter Roxanne De La Rosa has more.
Since the pandemic, chronic absenteeism continues to be an issue in Arizona. For the first time, the focus is on high school students, and the numbers are a little surprising. Advocacy group Helios Education Foundation released a new report at the end of September 2025 that looked at absence rates between 2021 through 2024. Helios Senior Vice President Paul Peralt shares what the data shows about high school students in Arizona.
It's went down a little bit to about 34%, but think about that. More than a third of every single student that's at school is chronically absent, meaning they're missing 18 or more days of school a year.
Peralt talks about which students missed the most school days.
Students that were in lower income schools, so high poverty, and we used free and reduced lunch as a proxy. If they had higher free and reduced lunch rates, those schools tended to have more students that were chronically absent.
The report found that students of color from low-income backgrounds had the highest rate of absences, with Native American students coming in at 53%, while Latino students came in at 39%.
West Valley Carl Hayden Community High School principal Julio Rubio says last year, the absenteeism rate at his school landed at 61%. Rubio talks about the challenges his students face.
So we understand that our community, has different needs, right? And we know that there's different barriers that prevent students from coming to campus. Some of those barriers include access to healthcare, right? Some of that could be because of a low socioeconomic status. Many of our students have to work and support their families.
About 30 Carl Hayden staff members, along with Rubio, stepped in to mentor chronically absent students to meet with them on a daily basis for 6 weeks. The program included incentives like gift cards when students met their academic and attendance goals. Rubio shares an experience with one of his mentees.
So it was a $75 gift card for a shoe store. And my student won the raffle for that shoe store. And I was so excited, to see him, win that gift card because he wanted to get a new pair of shoes. And the first week of school, this school year, this kid came to find me and show me the new pair of shoes that he bought over the summer with the gift card that he won through ALAS. And again, it is the little things, that help our students to stay motivated and that want them to come to school.
The program was a success, with 93% of students meeting their attendance goals. Rubio plans to launch the program for a second year and shares what was behind the program's success.
Our middle name is Community. It is Carl Hayden Community High School. So we believe that it takes the whole community to support our students. That is why I also decided, to be part of the mentors that, will take on some of the students and help them, achieve their academic goals. Like I said, it takes everyone. And so we, at Carl Hayden, we all pitch in to support our students.
Roxanne De La Rosa reporting for Arizona Horizon.
The Orpheus Male Chorus of Phoenix holds concerts around the valley each year, with special holiday performances coming up in early December.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling me of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And for more on the Orpheus Male Chorus of Phoenix and its upcoming performances, we're joined by Dr. Stephen Gray. He's a professional organist, pianist, and harpsichordist, and one of the newer members of Orpheus. Welcome to Arizona Horizon. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, this is the Orpheus Male Chorus of Phoenix. It's been around for 96 years.
Our 97th year. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, when you first joined, how long have you been a member?
I've been the year. I started it after Christmas.
Yeah.
And so 2025, that's it.
What did you expect, and what have you found?
I found a great community of guys. There's 80 plus members in the chorus, and that do all kinds of things. And we love to sing, number one.
Yes.
And people of such a great variety too, ages and abilities, backgrounds, all that kind of stuff that just come together and work and rehearse every week to put on these concerts.
How do you find these people? I mean, do they audition? Do they come to you? Do you see some guy sitting on the street corner singing like a bird? How do it work?
It's mostly people who are in the chorus who recommend, who find somebody who say, interestingly, I was walking along in the Veterans Day Parade. We sang a little bit before that, and then we walked to the parade, and we were handing out cards with the information about the concerts coming up. And, I say, if you sing in the shower, you can sing with us. Come on, sing.
That's great.
But it's mostly from people recommending. It's asking, come sit in a rehearsal and then do an audition, whatever.
And see, 80 members, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that must be
a great sound.
That's a strong sound, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's nothing like it.
Now you are kind of the pianist, harpsichordist, keyboard guy for the group. Do you sing as well?
I sing, yes. No, we have a wonderful accompanist who's fabulous, and because I played organ, and Brooke Larson, our director, knew that and decided he wanted to do a piece which with the chorus at this time with some organ, because we do concerts that are mostly in churches, and so there's usually an organ there.
Yeah.
So I was happy to do that. So I'm just doing it for that one piece, and there may be another one I kind of show up.
So is that Gloria? You're doing that?
Yeah, Gloria.
Yeah.
William Matthias.
Is there? You're going to add something onto that? You were going to say but.
No, I've.
Yeah, you interrupted. That's me in the way again. The techniques on a harpsichord, a piano, organ, how different are they?
They're different, but I actually have bachelor's degrees in piano and organ, and I've studied every place I've been in college, which is several places, with people on harpsichord, on organ, on forte piano as well. It played on an early 19th century piano and concert when I was at Stanford, and it's different. All the notes and the keys are basically in the same place, but how they produce sound is a little different, and so it's mostly about learning to listen and have to respond to that.
When you're playing, and when you're playing with a chorus, and you got 80 people, 80 voices booming, and there you are, I mean, do you ever get lost not lost like you don't know where you are, but just lost in the overall presence of what's going on?
Well, once in a while it can happen, but mostly, especially since you're looking at a score, and you're following that along. Yeah.
What's your favorite piece to play?
Ooh. Probably something by Bach.
Okay, yeah.
There's a bunch of things that I love to play, but as a professional, you're given something to have to play, and you're expected to be able to play it and play it well. And so, sometimes you don't always like something that somebody else is saying.
Right.
But that's just being a professional.
That's doing your job. Got to do your job. The holiday season, big time of year, 3 concerts. We got December 6th at Camelback Bible in Paradise Valley.
Yes.
12/7, December 7th at American Lutheran Church in Sun City.
Yeah.
And the 13th of December, St. Matthew United Methodist Church in Mesa. And all these churches have their own organs, don't they?
Yeah, and I think a variety of different kinds of organs, but they're all very nice instruments. And I'm looking forward to being able to get a chance to play all of them and play with the choir.
And the mission for the choir, it sounds like the mission is just being there, helping people through music. Is that kind of what goes on here?
Well, in terms of rehearsal, but the community, the chorus is a kind of a community organization, and they're about helping the community, doing a variety of things that are outside of just the concerts.
Community outreach.
Building, we're going to be singing later on at one of the veterans' homes, doing those kinds of things to build community.
Well, congratulations on that, and good luck with the concerts here.
Thank you.
Coming up here in December. Dr. Stephen Gray, again, Orpheus Male Chorus of Phoenix. You haven't been around for the whole 90s. You've been around for one of the 96 years.
97 years.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm Chef Mark Tarbell. Welcome to Check Please Arizona, the show where Arizona residents recommend their favorite restaurants. In this episode, we're checking out a French bistro, an elevated neighborhood joint, and Italian fare.
It was so awesome because it was just really tender and I think it blew everyone away.
Did you have any dessert?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the oh.
Thursday night at 7 on Arizona PBS.
Everyone's so happy you're home, darling. Come inside. It's just so exciting. It's a real treat.
What an amazing family.
Let's get this show on the road!
That sounds like a party.
Marvelous. Will I get presents?
Oh, I love this!
I'm Nick Schifrin. Tonight on the NewsHour, 2 National Guard members are shot in Washington, D.C., where they've been deployed under the president's emergency order. Coming up at 6 on Arizona PBS.
Here at Arizona Horizon, our students are an important part of our success. Our student workers and interns provide much-needed assistance to put on a show. It's a team sport, working on things like script writing, producing videos, greeting guests, and much more. We could not do it without the help of our student workers. Jacob Shanker, Brandon Muth, Tate Daniels, Harrison Fink, and Ian Rigney. And our interns, Lily Roseborough, Maria Loiza, Idaliza Romo, and Emily Fox Million. Again, this Thanksgiving, we are thankful for our Arizona Horizon students. Indeed are. Thank you, students. Thank you so much for joining us on Arizona Horizon. You have a great evening.
Want to be more informed? Arizona PBS delivers news and analysis with multiple perspectives, thanks to financial support from you and
Primavera Online School now offers kindergarten through 5th grade with a project-based curriculum, digital learning activities, and small group instruction. To learn more, visit chooseprimavera.com.
Coming up tonight at 7. At 9. At 10.
My granddaughter is named June Elizabeth, but I call her Junebug. My hope is to teach her about kindness and about the love of animals and nature. I want Junebug to have the same opportunities I had by watching PBS. My husband and I feel so strongly about our PBS station that we've included them in our estate plan.